Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another breakdown for UFC 322. We got a massive pay-per-view card coming up in MSG this week. We got Della Maddalena defending his belt for the first time against the former lightweight champion Islam Makhachev, trying to be a double champion. There have only been 10 double champions in UFC history, I believe, and the last one obviously was Ilia Topuria. So we'll see if Islam can be the 11th one in UFC history. We also got Valentina Shevchenko defending her belt at flyweight against the former strawweight champion who's also trying to be a double champion. So this is a massive card. We got four champions in the main and the co-main. We also got some really good matchups on the card. We got Leon Edwards taking on Carlos Prates, former welterweight champion Leon Edwards, on a 2-5 losing streak, but only losing to some of the best guys out there, Bilal Muhammad, Sean Brady. So it's definitely a bit of a step down for Edwards here. He's fighting another striker. That should be a fun fight on the main card. We got Benil Dariush taking Benoit Saint-Denis. Benil Dariush coming off that really good performance over McConico, where he did get dropped early in the first round, but was able to get takedowns and now grapple McConico, which is very impressive. And he's taking a Saint-Denis, obviously, who's just been out there, destroyed, derailed Mauricio Rufi's hype and completely shut everything down there. We also got the main card opener, Michael Morales taking on Sean Brady. This is a really good fight at welterweight. We got two matchups on this card at welterweight. Actually, three fights on at welterweight on this main card. So yeah, there's gonna be some massive implications for these fights. I mean, Sean Brady, Michael Morales might be the next guys. The winner of this matchup could be the next one for the title shot at 170. And obviously, Leon Edwards, Prates, they're going to be right there in the top five. Also, the winner of this match is going to be in the top five. Edwards is already in the top five, I believe, still, or maybe outside top five now. We got Aaron Blanchfield taking on Tracy Cortez. This is a rematch. They fought each other outside the UFC. It was a really close and competitive matchup there. So we'll see which one of these girls comes out ahead in this matchup. We got Basinger Susurkaev taking on Eric McConico. Basinger Susurkaev's on a fast track to being ranked at this 185 weight class. So we'll see if he can go out there past the Eric McConico test. We got Angela Hill, long-time UFC veteran Angela Hill, taking on Fatima Kline, who's been surging on a 2-fight win streak, I believe, 2-fight finish streak at 115. You don't see that often. Girls going out there finishing every one of their fights. So Kline coming off that really good head kick win over Melissa Martinez. That was a nice KO there by her. We got Gerald Meerschaert taking on Kyle Daukaus. Kyle Daukaus went out there, came back in the UFC after his first stint in the UFC. Didn't go well for him. He got cut. He earned his way back up to the UFC and he went out there, destroyed Michel Pereira, knocked him out in the first round. Very impressive from Kyle Daukaus. And the UFC's kind of giving him a good matchup here, I think, against GM3. We also got Bo Nickal fighting Adolfo Vieira. Bo Nickal got absolutely, would I say fraud checked? He did kind of get fraud checked, I mean, because there was a lot of hype on Bo Nickal before that fight against RDR. But RDR is actually like a good fighter, I mean, so I don't know. I don't know if you can shit on Bo Nickal too much for losing to RDR, because that was a bit of a really high step up for Bo Nickal there. Now they're kind of giving him someone that he can go out there and get a win over and build him up. I think the UFC should kind of build him up slowly because he's still pretty young. Right? How old is he? I think he's still like 30 years old. He's only 29, so he's not even 30 yet. So they still, I mean, I think they should take their time with Bo Nickal a little bit slowly, build him up slowly, because he's still only got less than 10 pro fights. We also got Gregory Rodrigues taking on Roman Kopylov. That should be a fun fight up at middleweight. We got Malcolm Wellmaker taking on Cody Haddon. I'm high on both these guys. Cody Haddon's a good striker, good grappler. He's an Aussie from Australia. And Malcolm Wellmaker, he's been out there putting people in the ground. I mean, nasty knockouts from Wellmaker. We've been seeing him putting people in the absolute in the grave. I mean. We got Chepe Mariscal taking on Pat Sabatini. That should be another rematch on this card, I believe. So we got two rematches on this card, right? We got Chepe Mariscal versus Pat Sabatini. They fought each other outside the UFC. And we also got Blanchfield versus Tracy Cortez, which is another rematch. These girls fought each other, I believe, back in Invicta. I think it was back in Invicta or some like a long time ago. Yeah, before we get into the breakdown, make sure you guys like, subscribe. We're getting close to 4K subscribers, so if you guys can do me a favor, if this is your first time watching my videos, I go live for every UFC card, I go live for PFL, I go live for some regional MMA organizations like LFA. I cover a lot of MMA on my channel. Make sure you guys smash that like button on the video if you guys enjoy the video, and subscribe. And now let's get into the breakdowns. We got Vyacheslav Borshchev taking a Matheus Camilo. And this one, I've been thinking about this one a little bit more, right? Because Matheus Camilo, I had high hopes for this guy. Because I was like telling everyone, I was like, just watch out for this guy, man. He's legit. He's only 24 years old. He's going to go out there and dominate Gabe Green. And he was looking good in that fight. But Gabe Green is a former welterweight. He did move down to 155 for that matchup, but he was coming back after a 2-year layoff. So I thought Matheus Camilo had everything going for him in that matchup. But I mean, he was looking good. I mean, I think he took the first round. It was really close. So he was getting takedowns on Gabe Green, which is impressive because Gabe Green is a welterweight, former welterweight, and a huge guy for the weight class and really strong. Not an easy guy to take down or grapple. So that was impressive from Camilo. At least he was getting takedowns. He went for a submission. So he gave up top position to go for a submission. Go for that arm. I think it was a triangle. That was kind of a mistake, man. He does make a lot of mistakes, and even in the grappling, where he's a lot better than most guys at. He's got good jiu-jitsu. His striking is just okay. I do think Borshchev is a much more cleaner kickboxer, and he's also fought much better competition in the UFC. Like, he's only losing to guys that are like pretty solid. Draw with Nazim Sadykhov. He almost got finished in the second round, but he showed a lot of heart there. And the G Super one, I mean, took an absolute beating there against G Super before the submission. And then obviously the James Lundtop fight was really close, but James Lundtop is alright. He's kind of like, I mean, he's not really like a UFC level fighter, but he's an okay regional level fighter. And then Tom Nolan, he was getting taken on over and over again. That's the thing, right? Even though he's training a team up from Mill and he's grappling, like at this point, like we should have seen some improvements in his takedown defense. But I just haven't seen any. Like, it's just not enough, I think. His takedown defense just hasn't been getting better as like I was expecting it to. And then that's why I picked McKinney by round 1 submission there, because I was like, he's gonna just out grapple him. I mean, that's what you should do against Borshchev, because he cannot grapple. He's been exposed multiple times now. But if you're striking with him on the feet only and you don't wrestle against Borshchev, you're gonna be in trouble. You can probably get knocked out. I mean, so there's gonna be a little bit of tricky moments in this fight, in the strike, in the stand up, because Camilo has okay enough striking, but it's not at the level of Borshchev. So if they're striking only, it could be Borshchev's fight. He might go out there, knock him out. I do think Camilo has a pretty decent chin, but I don't like his striking defense all that much. So I'm gonna pick Camilo because the grappling advantage here in the wrestling. You can hit things and get takedowns and control him, maybe get a submission. I'm gonna go Camilo by submission. He might just take him down and control him. But he does go for submissions when he takes people down. So I feel like even when he's getting takedowns, he might just like give away top position just to go for a submission. That might cost him again, like he did in that Gabe Green fight. But I can rely on him to grapple and wrestle. So I'm gonna pick Camilo to get a submission, like a second on submission in this fight. Let's see what the odds are. Odds are really close. Camilo minus 158. And obviously Borshchev is minus plus 138. I mean, the odds are extremely close, but I am gonna pick Matheus Camilo. Hopefully, if he's been submitted a bunch, right? He kind of has that quit in him, because against Gabe Green, like he was getting he got his back taken, and then Gabe Green didn't even have the submission locked in all the way, and he was already tapping. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely there's definitely some questions I have from Matheus Camilo, but he's only 24 years old, 10 years younger, and I think at some point he's gonna start putting things together, because right now he's kind of just learning on the job in this MMA game. Next fight on the card, we have, let's take a look at the under. I want to see what the under is. Minus 160 for the under 2.5 rounds. I feel like it does go under 2.5 rounds. The only way I see this one going over is if Camilo takes him down, doesn't go for submission, and he just wrestles him. I like Matheus Camilo. I think he should be able to get this one done, man. but obviously he's not. He still kind of is unproven at the UFC level. Like, so there's definitely that. I mean, we know Borshchev can go 15 minutes. I mean, we've seen him at this level. He's got wins over guys that are pretty solid, like Chris Duncan. Some other guys draw with Nazim Sadikov, win over Meerschaert. So like he's definitely the much more proven UFC guy, but he's getting up there. He's getting a little bit older now, and I don't know. He just seems like he's getting worse fight every fight. Next fight on the card, we got Chepe Mariscal, machine gun taking on Pat Sabatini. Man, like Pat Sabatini is a tough guy to cap, to do predictions for. Like, cause if he's able to get his grappling going, like he's normally beating a lot of these guys. Like, if he can get you down, you're not getting back up. I mean, it's extremely hard getting away from Pat Sabatini when he gets a takedown on you, and that's what he did to Jonathan Brito. Now Brito was kind of like just he's kind of a wild case. He'll go for like guillotines when he's trying to defend takedowns. He'll like pull a guillotine and just go for a submission over trying to dig underhooks on you when he's defending takedowns. So I don't like to see that. And he also kept throwing that body kick, and Pat Sabatini kept taking him down with that. Like he kept catching the body kick and taking him down. So, and the win before that, I mean, I did bet him over Jonathan Pierce by submission. We bet him at plus 500, I think, with by submission. So that was a nice cash. That was nice cashing on him by submission with Pierce, because he went out there, took his back, standing up, and just finished him by submission, rear naked choke. I mean, losing Diego Lopez, no shame in that. And the loss against Damon Jackson. Damon Jackson's brother died, I believe, like the same week, and he was fighting with a lot on his mind, and he caught him with a really good, nice, I think it was a really good kick, front kick to the face or something like that, and he wobbled him. Then he finished him by ground and pound. I know Mariscal's been finished a lot too before, but I think Mariscal, like he's one of these guys, like he's got that dog in him, bro. He trains over there with Syndicate MMA, Rob Dosuli, trains with those guys over there, like even Justin Gatesy. I think he trains with Justin Gatesy too. So he's got good training partners, and he can go 15 minutes. We've seen him go out there. I know some of these fights are extremely close. The Morgan Charrier fight, I mean, that could have gone either way. I did bet him there, but that could have probably gone to Morgan Charrier. And obviously the Jenkins fight, he wasn't looking good early in the first round, but then he took him down, and Jenkins popped his arm. Then like he lost to Steve Garcia, he lost to Brito. Obviously the Brito loss was brutal. Like he got knocked out cold. It was one of the nastiest knockouts I've ever seen at 135. Wins over Yusuf Law back in 2019. Yusuf Law is ranked in the top 5 now, I believe. I'm gonna go Mariscal. I like him as a dog price here. I like Chepe here, man. Plus 110, Chepe. I'm gonna go Chepe to win. I think Chepe is gonna win. Maybe honestly, you could maybe find a KO, but I lean towards Chepe getting it done. Man, I feel like he could get the KO. I mean, Pat Sabatini is really, really, really chinny. So I can see Chepe maybe winning a decision or just knocking him out. I mean, Pat Sabatini, if he gets wobbled, he gets finished. I mean, he's not one of those guys when he gets wobbled, he can survive. Like he'll go for submissions and he might eat some ground and pound here. But Sabatini is a high level BJJ guy, so if he can get his grappling off, he can maybe win. I'm gonna go Chepe as underdog. I like him as underdog price. Next fight on the card, we got Malcolm Wellmaker taking on Cody Haddon. Now I'm gonna pick Wellmaker, but there's definitely a world where Cody Haddon can win this fight. The reason I say that because he's really well rounded. He can wrestle, he can grapple, he's got good BJJ, good back takes. He can strike. He's got good kickboxing, good volume, high pace. He can do everything really well. He's really technical also. Nice in the clinch. Throws a lot of elbows in the clinch. And Wellmaker, obviously, I'm gonna lean towards Wellmaker because I feel like he's got not that I feel like I know for a fact that he's got more knockout power. He can end this fight at any point in this fight. He can find the killer shot and put him out. Is he gonna do that? I'm not too sure if he's gonna do that because obviously Wellmaker is going out there knocking guys out like Cameron Simon. I backed him every fight in the UFC. I mean, I bet him in that Contender Series fight. I bet him in that Simon fight. I got him at like minus 130. Same line that he's here. I think he's like minus 140 in the spot. So I bet him at like minus 130 over Cameron Simon. But they like the issue I have with Wellmaker is that he's too like hook heavy. I mean, that's the way I would put it. Like he'll throw some nice heaps to the body just to set up that right overhand, like the right hook. It's like a check hook, I think, the right check hook that he knocks people off with. And that's the same like shot that he's catching all these guys with, right? He'll lean back and find the overhand right hook. Yeah, it was the right hook against Martino. I mean, should have never been. I mean, they just kind of brought him to lose to Wellmaker there. But what I'll say, I mean, he knocked out Martino worse than what's his name, Sean O'Malley did. So Sean O'Malley was a standing TKO. The when Wellmaker put his hands on him, I mean, the guy was like he was like in the casket, in the coffin. I mean, so when Wellmaker's like landing these big shots on guys, like they don't freaking move, man. Those guys are like done and out. He doesn't even need to follow up on them. Like he's got some like nasty, legit power at 135. And obviously, I do think Cody Haddon has the ability to win this fight if he can move his head, stick and move, and out kickboxing, maybe mixing some wrestling, grappling. There's definitely a world where Cody Haddon wins. I think that's why the odds are pretty close. But I'm gonna lean towards the more dangerous guy, Wellmaker, to get it done. Does he knock him out? I think he could if he wins. That's the question. I mean, minus 160 now for Wellmaker. I think he gets it done. Under 2.5 rounds. I think it could go under 2.5 rounds if Wellmaker wins. Next fight on the card, we have Roman Kopylov taking on Gregory Rodrigues. Now this one's kind of tricky, man, because I think RoboCop is much better in every area of this fight. He's a much better BJJ guy. He's a much better wrestler, much better grappler. He's gonna be way bigger than Roman Kopylov. I mean, it reaches the same 75-inch reach. I mean, is RoboCop really 33 years old? That's the big question. Because I'm not sure if he is 33 years old. He might be like 38 or something like that. But RoboCop, other than the chin issues, he's a dangerous guy, man. He'll pressure forward. He does that every single fight. And if you don't put him out cold in the first like 2 rounds, or like he gets really tired, like he did in the Jared Cannonier fight, because that was a 5-round main event. He got really tired and just kind of gassed out. I mean, Cannonier knocked him out. Other than that, I mean, even in the Cannonier fight, he had him in big trouble early, dropped him in the first round, almost finished him. Cannonier was able to survive and come back and win that fight. And obviously, when last time he went out there, destroyed Jack Hermanson. I mean, with a nasty left hook. I mean, Jack Hermanson with like it was a nasty, nasty, brutal KO from RoboCop there. And I'm gonna lean towards Gregory Rodrigues. But again, I'm gonna say this one more time. The chin worries me a lot. He's been knocked out 4 times now. He was knocked out a long time ago by Bruno Lopez, who's actually like a grappler, not really known for his knockout power. Knocked out on Contender Series by Jordan Williams, 9-6. I mean, so like if you can land that shot on him on that chin, like there's a chance you can put him out. And Roman Kopylov, I mean, normally he's not knocking guys out with his hands. It's like other than I think it was what was the name? Punahele Soriano. Yeah, I guess he did knock out Punahele Soriano with his hands, I believe. But it was like a lot of combinations, like 5, 6, 7 punch combinations that you put him out with, and then second round. Now, obviously, mostly it's like he does have good striking. I mean, he's a good kickboxer, and he's never been knocked out, right? So like, there's definitely stuff that you like on that Kopylov side, because he's got good striking, fast. Probably gonna be a little bit faster in this fight against the RoboCop. But normally he's knocking people out with like kicks, high kicks, head kicks, cushion mark kicks. Knocked out Chris Curtis with that. I think it was a head kick. Yeah, they knocked out Claudio Barrel with the high kick. So he's pretty good at finding the target with those kicks. And I think he definitely throws more kicks than RoboCop. And RoboCop's been caught with those kicks before, like against Shedin Yukwani. He almost got like his freaking head snapped in half with a high kick from Shedin Yukwani. But I'm gonna go with RoboCop. Is he gonna knock him out? That's the question. Because he can win this fight by decision. I'm gonna lean towards RoboCop getting it done by decision. Maybe mixing in some takedowns. He might go for a submission. I mean, because he's got high level BJJ. But the guy never really wrestles, so he likes to stand and bang. So I feel like it's gonna be a striking matchup. I'm gonna lean towards RoboCop just because he has more ways to win. But obviously, the durability worries me every single time he's out there in a striking fight. -160 for RoboCop. I think the line -110 made sense because he's got those durability issues, and you can find the off button on RoboCop. But I think he just has more ways to win. If he grapples, it will be an easier fight for him if he grapples. Next fight on the card, we have Nickal taking on Rodolfo Vieira. Now, who am I gonna pick? I've never really been the biggest fan of Nickal because like he's struggling with a lot of these guys. He was struggling against Cody Brandes when he couldn't take him down early. Then he finally took him down, I guess. But what I'll say about this fight, I mean, they both fought Cody Brandes, right? Cody Brandes almost put out Rodolfo Vieira in the first round, knocked him down twice. So that's not really the best look. At least Bo Nickal, like I mean, I know he got knocked out by RDR, but RDR is way more proven than both of these guys, than Rodolfo Vieira, and much better striker. I mean, okay, I don't know if I can say that because like he's not okay. He's okay striker. I think he's probably a better striker. Throws more volume than Rodolfo Vieira. So like he got caught with the knee to the body, and he was getting a little bit tired because he was trying to take down RDR and hold him down. RDR is not an easy guy to take down, hold on. Rodolfo Vieira is a BJ guy, and he's got okay striking, okay kickboxing, but he doesn't throw enough volume sometimes. But I can say the same thing about Bo Nickal. Like didn't throw a lot of volume against Paul Craig, and he didn't shoot takedowns against Paul Craig. So if it's striking only, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I would not be confident putting money on Bo Nickal even at this point. Like, if you got him like as a slight underdog here, like, because they actually BetOnline actually opened him at like +120, I believe. Yeah, he was like +120 opening line, then -220, -190. I'm gonna pick Nickal. He should get this one done. I mean, this is like a good matchup for him, I think, because the strike. I don't think Dolph Vieira has a lot of KO power on the feet, so he's not knocking out Nickal. And I do kind of favor Nickal to get those takedowns and control Dolph Vieira maybe, because he did take down RDR in the first round. He's got good wrestling, and Vieira's like, I mean, is he getting submissions off his back? Not really. He's getting a lot of these submissions when he's the one ending up on top of these guys. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Nickal to win by decision. Can he knock him out? I'm not too sure, man. I mean, if you can't knock out Paul Craig at this point, I don't know if I can pick you to knock out Rodolfo Vieira. Vieira is pretty tough, though. I mean, he gets hurt a lot, but he's pretty tough. I think he goes over, honestly. I think he goes over. Over 2.5 rounds -135. I think he goes over 2.5 rounds. Honestly, I really do. I have a feeling he goes over. Next fight on the card, we have Gerald Meerschaert taking on Kyle Daukaus. Now, who am I gonna pick? This is a tough fight to make a prediction on. I'm just kidding. I mean, I'm gonna pick. I've been one of those people that do pick Gerald Meerschaert from time to time, and I think I picked him over Mikhail Jijic because I was like, maybe he can survive and like get the grappling going against Mikhail Jijic, who has struggled in the past with his BJJ submission defense. But it just didn't matter, right? He couldn't get takedowns. Wrestling is not that good. Normally, he's waiting for these guys to get really tired, burn their gas tank. That's when Gerald Meerschaert can take over. And this matchup, I mean, Daukaus has good enough wrestling, good enough takedown defense that he's not going to get racked out by Gerald Meerschaert. I think he's going to be able to defend takedowns, and I think he's going to put him on. Probably knock out early in the first round. So I'm not going to spend too much time on this one. I think Daukaus by KO makes a lot of sense to me. I think under 1.5 rounds also, by the way. I think it goes under. Meerschaert +285 and Daukaus -350. Under 1.5 rounds, +125. Honestly, I think it goes under 1.5 rounds. I think at some Gerald Meerschaert has been looking. I don't like the way he reacts to getting punched in the face. Doesn't look good optically. I mean, the Brad Torres fight was just kind of shit. I mean, Torres is like beyond washed right now too. Renier de Ritter fight. I mean, he did almost get knocked out in the first round against or at the end. I mean, the bell kind of saved him there. And the Olajic fight, I mean, you got absolutely butchered. But Olajic is a much better boxer than Kyle Daukaus. But I think Daukaus has good enough hands, good enough striking, good enough speed that he can find the chin and get the finish. So I'm gonna go with Daukaus, maybe submission, maybe KO. I'll lean towards the KO more. Because he's knocked out a Michel Pereira, who's very dangerous in the first round with his striking and grappling. So, Yeah, I'm gonna go Daukaus to get it done by first round KO. Under 1.5 rounds, not too bad. Fight does a start round 3, probably even better. Next fight on the card, we have Angela Hill taking on Fatima Kline. Now, am I gonna pick Angela Hill at 40 years old? I mean, I feel like she's been 40 years old for the past 5 years. Angela Hill, long time UFC veteran, has a ton of experience, 18 and 15. I mean, obviously that record looks really ugly when you look at it, but most of these fights are in the UFC fighting the best girls in the UFC, 13 and 15 in the UFC. I mean, 10 and 13 to decisions. I mean, she's never been knocked out, by the way. Has been dropped before, but never been knocked out. Only finished twice by submission. And look at these wins. I mean, Katlyn Souza, I did pick her there. Luana Pinheiro win, I did pick her there. That was easy cash on that was her first submission win, by the way, in the UFC. The DC Gomes win, aging really low. I think DC Gomes only lost 2 fights in the UFC, and both of them were to one of them was to Loma Lookboonmee and Angela Hill. And that's the thing, right? She beat Lupita Godinez. I mean, so like, got some. I mean, wins over Loma Lookboonmee. Like, I mean, she can go out there and get it done over a lot of these girls. But at some point, I mean, I think now, like, she's actually been looking worse because the last fight was a really bad look. She couldn't defend a single takedown against Lucindo, and it was like a clean sweep 30-27 for Lucindo. I did pick her there to go out there beat Lucindo. I was like, maybe she can defend enough takedowns, or and maybe get one of her own takedowns, but it just didn't matter. And Katlyn Souza fight was really close, and Souza just kind of has negative fight IQ. That's why I picked Angela Hill there to beat her, and she was able to edge 2 out of 3 rounds, which a lot of people thought the Katlyn Souza should have got that nod on the judges' scorecard. Taparici lost. I mean, Taparici fight was really fucking boring, but it was a really shitty fight. Um, what happened in that fight? I don't know if I can remember properly right now. I think it was like Taparici getting some takedowns, and the striking numbers were really close. Ricci was just landing the better shots, I think, mixing in some takedowns from time to time. I think Kline has good enough striking that where he can actually land damage on Angela Hill. Is he gonna knock out Angela Hill? Honestly, I don't think so. I don't think she's gonna knock out Angela Hill. Even though Angela Hill is 40 years old, I mean, she's tough, so you can recover from when she's hurt. I think Fatima Kline's gonna win a pretty clear decision here. Probably 30-27. I'm gonna say 30-27 Fatima Kline. I know she lost to Jasmine Jasudavicius, upper weight class at 125 on short notice. I did pick her over Jasmine Jasudavicius. I mean, probably shouldn't have because that was upper weight class. The thing I like about Fatima Kline, she trains with Aaron Blanchfield. They're partners, so they got good training partners. I'm gonna go Fatima Kline on the scorecards, 30-27. Minus 500. I mean, the odds are definitely not really worth betting on. But I got to pick her to win here. Maybe the minus 3.5 on Fatima Kline isn't that bad. Kline bias is in minus 170. I mean, I don't know if I want anything to do with this fight. Or maybe Angela Hill plus 3.5. If you think she can win a round out there. Is there a plus 3.5 on Angela Hill bias is in plus 4? I mean, you might as well take the money on it if you want to take a shot at Angela Hill. I don't know if I can. I can't do it anymore. Next fight on the card, we got Basinger Susurkaev taking on Eric McConico. I mean, this is the UFC just kind of sacrificing Eric McConico against Basinger Susurkaev. And really bad matchup for Eric McConico. I mean, I was gonna say bad matchup for Susurkaev, but nah, really bad matchup for Eric McConico. He's not really good anywhere. Like he's a okay, I mean, like okay enough striker, I guess. Like not a lot of KO power. He can kind of take over rounds if you slow down and maybe get a takedown or two, but is he going to take down Basinger Susurkaev? Nah. Is he going to outstrike Basinger Susurkaev? Maybe you can land some shots in Basinger Susurkaev. Maybe because Susurkaev, like if you pressure him, he can definitely get caught with some shots. But he's shown good enough chin by now that he can eat shots if he needs to. Because Eric Nolan, who's actually a former, I think it's a welterweight, and he was able to land some shots on him at the end. The first round hurt him a little bit, but Susurkaev just kind of smiled at him. Yeah, the odds are definitely crazy here, but I gotta go Basinger Susurkaev. I think he's gonna be the much cleaner kickboxer, and I think he'll knock him out with a kick, maybe a kick to the body or high kick or something like that. He can also strangle him if he needs to. Susurkaev ITD, I think. I mean, it's not going to be anywhere close to bettable. Doesn't go the distance minus. I think the under 1.5 rounds is not bad either. I bet the under 1.5 rounds in his last fight over Eric Nolan, and it went under by like 10, 20 seconds, I think it was. And he finished him under 1.5 rounds. Eric Nolan's actually, like, I think a better fighter, even though it's only welterweight. KO, what's the KO? Minus 215 for the KO. I like the under, honestly. Under is like probably better than Nick. I think this fight finishes under 1.5 rounds. So Susurkaev wins. Next fight on the card, we got Aaron Blanchfield taking on Tracy Cortez. Now this one's a rematch. Obviously, the first fight was extremely close. Blanchfield's only loss in the UFC has been to Men and Fear, and that was a 5 rounds. He took an absolute beating there. Didn't get discouraged. Kept pressuring forward against Men on Fear, who we just seen knocking out. Who just knocked out Jasmine Jaswis in brutal fashion. So we know Blanchfield has a really good chin. Really underrated chin. The will to win is there, and so he's got good grappling, good wrestling, good cardio. And if this was 5 rounds, I'd probably max bet Blanchfield if this was 5 rounds. But it's only 3-round fight. It's only 3-round fight. And Tracy Cortez, I know people just only thinks he's not good. People thinks he's not a good fighter, but he's actually got okay skill set. So he can wrestle, so he can strike. Her boxing is okay, cleaner. I think her boxing is probably cleaner than Blanchfield here. But the issue is the pressure. Is he gonna be able to deal with the Blanchfield pressure? I don't think so, man. I don't think he's gonna be able to deal with the pressure. I think Blanchfield's gonna get takedowns. See, Blanchfield could lose the first round against Tracy Cortez, maybe, but I think Blanchfield's gonna pressure her. Forward pressure is gonna be there. I'm gonna pick Blanchfield to get it done. I think it's gonna come down to her getting takedowns. I think Blanchfield has better takedown defense than Tracy Cortez. Obviously, we know Tracy can wrestle, so he took on Vivian Aldojo every single round. I mean, so that was impressive. But he was getting taken by Rose Namajunas, who's a former champion, to be fair. But yeah, I mean that was 5 rounds, by the way, and so he didn't have any. I think he won maybe 1 round in that 5-round fight. And we see Blanchfield just kind of melt throws in the later rounds. It's because the first 2 rounds weren't looking good for Blanchfield. This is obviously 3 rounds only, so it could be a close fight. It could be 29-28. Because I don't know if Blanchfield is gonna find that submission on her. I know I've seen people go out there saying that he's gonna finish her, he's gonna run through her. Honestly, I'm not too sure about that. But I do think Blanchfield has the pressure is gonna be a difference maker in this fight. So he's gonna be able to like just kind of march her down, press her up against the fence, get takedowns, just relentless pressure. So I'm gonna go with Blanchfield. The line's kind of high for me. I don't know if I want to throw in parlays at this point. It's definitely kind of a chalky line on a women's MMA fighter minus 240. If you got her like minus 165, minus 170, I think that was the time to bet her. Even just straight up money line, you could just done that. Yeah, I'm gonna pick Blanchfield to get it done. But there's probably gonna be one judge who gives it to Tracy Cortez. It would not shock me one bit if one judge has it for Tracy Cortez at the end of this fight. But I think Blanchfield 29-28 makes a lot of sense to me. Next fight on the card, we got Sean Brady taking on Michael Morales. Now, who am I gonna pick to win this fight? Michael Morales, obviously he's got the Ecuadorian wrestling pedigree. Doesn't really wrestle offensively in his fights. I only seen him wrestle like a few times in the UFC. I think it was on Contender Series against the Vertenikov guy, where he was able to mix in some takedowns there. But he's mainly been a striker in the UFC. I mean, but we know he can wrestle if he needs to. But is he gonna be the better wrestler against Sean Brady? I don't think so. I think Sean Brady has the better wrestling pedigree. He's gone out there beating guys in wrestling that are like high level grapplers. Let's just look at it. I mean, he's got wins over guys that are like um where is it? Where is it? I mean, do they not show his grappling fights here? Where is it? Where is it? What happened? I mean, I thought they would show his grappling matches here. I guess they're not showing them anymore. Oh yeah, Craig Jones. Yeah, grappled Craig Jones. I mean, you don't normally do that. I mean, unless you're like really good at grappling, really good at submission defense. Obviously, Craig Jones is known for like he's one of the best names out there when it comes to jiu-jitsu and grappling. He's gone out there, out grappled the other guys. I mean, Gilbert Burns. He didn't really even like. I don't even think he got that many takedowns in that fight. It was mostly just a striking fight, and he was just able to outland Gilbert Burns on the feed and just win. Right? It wasn't really like a memorable fight, but he did just go out there and beat Leon Edwards recently. Submitted Leon Edwards, which is impressive, I guess. Man, who am I gonna pick? Who am I gonna pick to win this fight? I'm gonna pick Micah Morales by KO, TKO. Even if he doesn't knock him out, I feel like he can do enough damage on the feet to negate the wrestling and maybe score more points within rounds. Even if he is taken down, I'm gonna go with Michael Morales to get it done by KO. I think he's gonna find the chin. I just can't pick a guy who gets knocked out by Bilal Muhammad. I just can't do it, man. It's like it's something I just can't do. I mean, if you're getting teed up by Bilal Muhammad in the strike, I know Bilal Muhammad's striking has gotten better. His boxing is a little bit better. He's got those Canelo hands, but still, I just can't do it, man. I'm gonna go with underdog Michael Morales. I think he's got the physicality. He's gonna have the reach advantage, 8-inch reach advantage almost for Michael Morales. I'm gonna go with Michael Morales to find the chin and hurt him on the feet, defend some takedowns. I think that's all it's gonna take to discourage Sean Brady from his wrestling. Yeah, give me Michael Morales to find that knockout. Morales plus 119. I like him as underdog. I really do. I think he can. I think he has the tools to get it done. Under 2.5 rounds. I don't know about the under. I like him. I like the Morales side. Morales by KO plus 250. Honestly, I think the money line's probably safer because I can see him winning this fight on the scorecard. So even if he doesn't find the finish on Brady, Brady is tough though. I mean, even the Bilal Muhammad KO was a standing TKO. He was still hanging in there. But yeah, I can't pick a guy who gets TKO'd by Bilal Muhammad. Bilal Muhammad never knocks anyone out. I mean, I think that's his only knockout in the UFC. Was that his only knockout in the UFC? That was his second finish in the UFC. Second KO, I mean. Who else did he knock out? Who else did he know? Oh, he knocked out some guy back in 2016, man. Has not I don't like that. I don't like to see that. Can Sean Brady go out there and win this fight? Yeah, he could. He's really well capable of doing that. Taking him down every single round, out grappling him, maybe finding a submission at some point. But I think Morales has the tools to get it done. 26 years old, almost in his prime. Give me Morales to get it done. Next fight on the card, we got Beneil Dariush taking on Benoit Saint-Denis. Now, who am I gonna pick in this fight? Cause my brain's telling me I should pick Dariush because he's got good grappling. He's fighting. He's only losing to the top guys. Charles Oliveira lost to Arman Sarukian. Both those guys would do terrible things to Benoit Saint-Denis. And he's beating guys like McConico. We picked him over McConico, plus 140 underdog there. I picked him over. No, I didn't pick him over Gamera, I think. Or actually, maybe I did. I don't remember. I don't remember if I picked him over Gamera, but he did drop Gamera in the second on and defend all his takedowns and wrestling. But the issue is, right, he out-grappled Tony Ferguson. I think I wrestled Tony Ferguson, which is impressive, but Ferguson was never known for his takedown defense. But what I'm trying to say is that Dariush, I can see him getting takedowns on Saint-Denis, and I can see him outstriking Saint-Denis on the feet. The question, like my worrying is what I worry about. I mean, that's what I'm trying to say. What I worry about in this fight against for Dariush is the durability, the chin. Like I said with RoboCop earlier against Roman Kopylov, I think RoboCop's the much better fighter, but the chin worries me a lot. And Dariush chin worries me a lot because Moicano almost knocked him out in the first round too, but the bell kind of did save him there. But Dariush has, like, if you're out grappling, it's not easy out finishing him on the ground. I mean, Dariush has never been finished on the ground, I think. I know Charles Oliveira dropped and then he finished him on the ground by ground and pound, but like, even when guys are dropping him, they're not really finding submissions on him. Like, I mean, it's been a long time since he got finished by submission by Michael Chiesa. Most of these other guys, I mean, they're like catching him on the feet and finishing him by ground and pound. Armin Sarukian knocked him out in the first round. We did pick Armin. I mean, I was pretty confident Armin Sarukian was going to win that fight. Charles Oliveira knocked him out on the feed. Like, both these guys are like high level, top of the top 5 ranked fighters. Beat Moicano, beat Gamrot, beat Tony Ferguson. Man, I don't know. I'm like, I know Saint-Denis has he's gonna be a Terminator out there. Saint-Denis is gonna be like a Terminator out there. Saint-Denis has a good chin, but he's also there to be hit. I do think Saint-Denis has more power though, and maybe you can finish Dariush. Maybe. But I'm gonna go with Dariush, man. I'm gonna take Benil Dariush to get this one done by decision. I think if you can just stay away from the power from Saint-Denis, which is gonna be tough because Saint-Denis throws everything trying to take your head off. I mean, but knocking him out Ferola, finishing Kyle Propellic, and his best win is probably Meerschaert Fury. I mean, every other win, I mean, is kind of like whatever, right? Tagamoy's win, I guess, is good. Bonfim's a quitter. I've said that forever now. Like, his resume is really not that great, other than maybe Mauricio Rufy, but Rufy's grappling, I guess, we never knew how, like, if Rufy was a good grappler. I guess we found out in that fight that he wasn't a good grappler. But Saint-Denis is only 29 years old, so he's still really young in his prime now. So if anyone's gonna get better, it's probably gonna be Saint-Denis getting better at this point. But I'm gonna go with Dariush side. I like him at this price. Now, obviously, if you're betting on him, you gotta have worries about the chin, because he's been knocked out like 5-6 times now. Plus 160 for Benil Dariush. Over 1.5 rounds, minus 175. I mean, I feel like we're gonna get a finish here, man. Maybe. I think Dariush could probably knock out Saint-Denis too if he catches him with the right shot. And he can also take down Saint-Denis. Because I don't think Saint-Denis, like, when he fights people that can grapple, like Moicano, he got 10-8'd in the first round against Moicano in the wrestling. And Dariush is a world champion in Nogi. I like Dariush here, man. In a grappling fight, if they're grappling only, I think Dariush's chance of winning go up. But if they are striking, I think Saint-Denis could maybe knock him out. But I'm gonna go with underdog Dariush. Next fight on the card, we have Leon Edwards taking on Carlos Prates. Now, man, I'm really like tempted to pick Leon Edwards because he hasn't fought a striker in so long. Like, let's just go through his record, right? He's fighting guys like he's losing to guys like Bilal Muhammad, who took him down over and over. Sean Brady obviously took him down over and over, but he just looked kind of like he just looked like he quit in that fight against Sean Brady. He just couldn't finish a takedown, and he has struggled. Obviously, always struggled with his takedown defense. But he hasn't. I mean, even when he's out there beating guys, like, those guys are primary wrestlers. Colby Covington, Kamaru Usman before that, obviously, kind of with the high kick there. Nate Diaz, I mean, is a striker, but like nowhere near the level of these other guys. I mean, Prates would do terrible things with Nate Diaz. Who else? I mean, Rafael Dos Anjos, like all these other guys. Like, even the guys that are like strikers that he's fighting, he's not really finishing them by KO, other than maybe Kamaru Usman when he caught him with his lucky high kick. Whereas Prates is actually like putting people out cold, like when he catches them with the shots. Really good Muay Thai striker, clean striking, but he does struggle sometimes because he's really KO dependent sometimes. He doesn't let his hands fly, like in the Ian Gary fight. And I can see a world where Leon's able to just kind of like counter him on the way in, stick and move, land some low kicks and some body kicks. But Leon doesn't like pressure. That's the thing. He does not like pressure. And all Carlos Prates does is pressure forward. Leon can land some maybe elbows up close, but like, is that going to be enough to knock out Carlos Prates? I don't think so. I think Prates is going to pressure him, and then at some point he's gonna hurt him, I think. So I'm gonna go with Prates to get it done. Does he knock him out? I don't know, man. I don't know about the knockout. I'm not too sure about the KO because he's knocking all these other guys out. Like Li Jing, I mean, he did put Li Jing out bad. Li Jingliang had a pretty good chin up until that point. Jeff Neal has a good chin too, and just didn't matter. Hit him with a spinning back elbow. I'm gonna say he knocks him out. I guess I'm gonna have to go with the KO because, like, how can I pick Prates by decision Normally he's knocking all these guys out when he's winning. Give me Prates by KO TKO. Minus 200 for Prates. He actually opened up at plus 140. I mean, that's kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. Leon plus 170 now. I'm gonna go with Prates to win, but I can see Leon getting it done if he's like in the right headspace. But I'm not sure if where his head's gonna be at going into this fight. Next fight on the card, we have Valentina Shevchenko taking on Zhang Weili. I'm going to pick Valentina Shevchenko. The reason for that is because as good as Zhang Weili is, he's got good striking, he's got power on the feet, so he can wrestle, so he can grapple, he's got good BJJ. As good as Zhang Weili is, he does struggle against girls that have physicality. Like Yan Shannon took her down over and over. He knocked her down twice, by the way, also. Amanda Lemos, he just dominated Amanda Lemos. Tatiana Suarez took her down early, but couldn't get the submission and just gassed out after. I feel like if Valentina Shevchenko takes her down, she's not gonna get tired. She's not gonna gas out. I mean, we've seen Valentina Shevchenko go out there, wrestle hard for 15 minutes, like 25 minutes without a problem. And the striking is obviously like there's moments where Zhang Weili can capitalize in the striking. He's got good power, so he can have speed maybe. He's a 115 straw weight moving up to 125 here, so it's probably going to be a little bit faster. But we've seen Zhang Weili taken on multiple times now. We got by Rose and Hamajunas, taken on by Yan Shannon, who's a striker. So what I'm thinking is Valentina Shevchenko can wrestle if he needs to, so he can hang in the striking. He's a good kickboxer, so he can throw a lot of low kicks and throw a lot of body kicks, spinning shit. It's going to be a good fight, man. It's going to be a good fight, but I'm going to go with Valentina Shevchenko to get it done. I'm going to say Valentina Shevchenko gets it done by decision. That's going to be my pick, Valentina Shevchenko on the scorecards. Shevchenko, this is probably going to be her 9th title defense. Minus 135 for Shevchenko. Yeah, I'm going to go with Shevchenko on this one. I think she has the tools to get it done. Next fight on the... I think, honestly, I think it goes over. I think it goes all 5 rounds, by the way. Over 2.5 rounds, minus 210. I think it goes over 2.5 rounds. I mean, over 4.5 rounds. Fight go the distance, minus 180. I think this fight does go the distance. I would be kind of shocked there's a finish here. Next fight on the card, we have the main event of the Meerschaert. Guys, like and subscribe, by the way, man. Let's get your boy me to 4K subscribers. We're almost there. So do me a favor. You might be a millionaire tomorrow if you subscribe to my channel and like this video. Now let's break down this main event, this crazy main event on this card. Jack Della Maddalena taking on Islam Makhachev. This is a tough one, man. This is definitely a tough one. I watched all their fights back, and I'm still not sure who I'm gonna pick here. Like my brain tells me that I should pick Islam Makhachev because he's got more ways to win. He can find a submission on the ground. He can out wrestle JDM. He can strike. He can do okay in striking. I mean, I don't think he's a better boxer than Jack Della Maddalena. Jack Della Maddalena is the much cleaner striker, much better kickboxer. But Islam Makhachev has good Muay Thai. He's really nice in the clinch, throws a lot of knees to the body, nice elbows in the clinch. But he does leave himself open. He does leave himself open when he's striking, when he's kind of like rushing in, trying to land shots on his opponents. But let's just talk about it, man. I don't think the size is gonna play a big factor here. I mean, Islam Makhachev, if you've seen his training footage recently, he's been taking that creatine. He looks huge, man, for this fight. So I don't think the size is gonna play a factor all that much. No, can he take down guys like Jack Della Maddalena? I think he has the technique. He has the technique to take down guys like Jack Della Maddalena, even though Jack Della is a career welterweight. Probably can't make 155. Honestly, maybe you could make 155 if you really tried. I think you could maybe cut down to 155. I like JDM, man. You guys know I like JDM. I backed him in the Bilal Muhammad fight. We bet him at plus 175 there. I picked him every single fight in the UFC. But I feel like the more I think about this one, like as much as I want to pick Jack Della Maddalena here, and I might bet him live in this fight, because if I see him stopping takedowns against Islam Makhachev, getting momentum, getting his confidence up, I can see Jack Dilla getting it done. Maybe like a late KO. So maybe I'll sprinkle the fourth round, fifth round KO for Jack Della Maddalena because I think those are going to be crazy odds. Maybe like plus 4,000, plus 3,000 Jack Dilla by round four, round five KO. I think those late KO props are going to be live for sure. And Islam Makhachev, he does get tired a little bit in the later rounds. We've seen him get tired against Volkanovski in the first fight. And he got dropped by Volkanovski in the fourth round, I believe it was, or maybe the fifth round. So there's definitely there's gonna be moments in this fight. If Islam Makhachev doesn't finish him by submission in the first 3 rounds, there's definitely gonna be moments in this fight where Jack Dilla can start gaining momentum, putting pressure on him, landing like 6, 7, 8 punch combinations on Islam Makhachev. But Makhachev should be able to level change and get those takedowns, I think, at least in the early rounds. So I'm gonna go with Islam Makhachev to be a double champion at UFC 322. Yeah, this is it breaks my heart to say this because I like JDM. I hope he goes out there, proves me wrong. This is the first time I'm picking against Jack Della Maddalena. So I hope he can do it. He's only 29 years old. The guy's only 29 years old, still getting better. He's gonna be 5 years younger than Islam Makhachev. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, it's gonna be a crazy fight for as long as it goes. Crazy fight. Crazy fight, man. I mean, the odds are I'm definitely tempted to take Jack Della Maddalena plus 210. Crazy odds on this fight. Because actually, I think it was like plus 200. Like, I bet him a plus 175 or Bilal Muhammad, but Islam Makhachev ain't Bilal Muhammad. Bilal has no jiu-jitsu, no finishing upside when he takes people down. Islam Makhachev can finish you on the ground when you're trying to get back up. He'll wrap up your neck, Dariush choke, anaconda choke, power bar submissions. He can get in full mon, throw ground and pound, do a lot of damage with his wrestling. So I think that's where there's gonna be a difference in this fight. Whereas against Bilal Muhammad, he's mostly just control guy, but doesn't even have the best control. Makhachev can take your back. I mean, stay on your back for the entire round, go for submissions, throw ground and pound. I don't think his ground and pounds Makhachev's ground and pound isn't as nasty as Habib because he goes more first. He's more of a jiu-jitsu guy than Habib. Whereas Habib, when he got on top of people, he was landing some nasty elbows, nasty ground and pound. Makhachev's submission over ground and pound mostly, but when he does get submissions on people, they don't normally most times. I mean, 9 out of 10 times, those guys don't get out of submissions when he's locking in the Dariush choke or when he's locking into a naked choke or any of those submissions. He's got a lot of tools on the ground, a lot of tools, a lot of variety to the submission game. And his striking should be probably close enough. I think he can time some takedowns. Jack Della is definitely going to be the better boxer if he can defend takedowns and scramble. I think Jack Della's scrambling ability is really underrated, by the way. But I'm gonna pick Makhachev to be a double champion. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see what happens this Saturday. If you are picking Jack Della Maddalena, you can come in my live chat this Saturday. Tell me, you told me so. If he goes out there, beats Islam Makhachev. Either way, it's gonna be a great fight. It's gonna be a crazy fight. So there you guys go. That's my full card breakdown. I'm picking Islam Makhachev to be a double champion. I'm gonna pick Makhachev by submission. I'm picking Valentina Shevchenko. Honestly, Makhachev can maybe win by decision too. I can see him going for submission, just winning 3 out of 5 rounds. But I feel like he can maybe find a submission. I mean, it's not easy submitting Jack Della Maddalena though. But Jack Della does put himself in a lot of submission attempts. He was putting himself in those compromising submission attempts against Basil Hafez, against Gilbert Burns. Not again. I don't think Gilbert Burns had him in submission attempt, but he was getting close. And then obviously Andalusa had him in arm triangle. He's shown a lot of toughness, a lot of heart. He's not only looking for the door when he's getting in this. Even Ramazan Amib had him in a submission attempt, I think it was Anaconda, and he got out of that. So either way, it's gonna be a crazy fight, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoy the breakdown, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm picking Islam Makhachev, Valentin Shevchenko, Prates, Benio Dariush, Micah Morales, Blanchfield, Susurkaev, Fatima Kline, Daukaus, Nickal, Robocop, Wellmaker, Chapter Mariscal, Mateos Camilo. So there you guys go. That's my full card breakdown. See you guys in the next one. Hopefully you guys have a good week. and this pay-per-view card lived up to all the hype.